What is it?
Yeah, make sure your internet's turned off on everything as well so you don't lag.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to actually show up that I'm live on YouTube. So I can actually get my stream.
Oh, yeah.
Your channel. Why the fuck's it not even showing? Ah, right, okay, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Right, sending it to you now. Sent. YouTube. Did he say whenever he'd be on?
No, he's at work, so he's running late. He's coming home now, but he's running late. So.
Alright, that's okay. Um, I haven't been given broadcaster thing yet.
Yeah, I'll do it in a second. I'm just sorting out the stream.
Yeah, that's okay. Gonna share the stream around a bit. Yep. Oh, we're doing Monza Short. That'll be
Wrong
fun.
one. I didn't
Oh.
invite you as race director
Oh, okay.
instead of broadcaster. I believe everything's ready. 20 minutes, 10-minute qualifying, perfect practice is off. Everything's visual only. Blah 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 blah. Is the stream working? I hope it is.
Well, yeah, it's
Check.
counting down. 3 minutes 32, 3 minutes
Oh,
31.
good, 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 good. Yeah, we got time. Perfect. I can close that. Accept all. Oh shit. Why is it taking forever to load? There we go. Cool, I believe everyone's here. Yeah, everyone is here.
Oh shit, it's a full grid.
Yeah, full grid.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus Christ. That's gonna be fun to commentate over.
yeah. Cleo's as well. Monza short, it's always good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have a ball commentating over this by myself for the first part of it.
pretty much ready. I will let you know when we're live.
I feel like I know all of these names.
Yeah, pretty much everyone here we've raced with before.
Yeah, I know all of these guys, so... Actually, I don't recognize Windsor, but that's the only one.
He's from ACC.
Ah, okay, that's why I don't recognize him then.
Yeah, he's a patron as well. So.
Alright. I don't pay much attention to the ACC stuff. Have you got that tipping system up and working yet?
Not yet. No, it's a bit complicated, but
Alright. How exactly is it going to work? Is it like going to be like
next time.
you click a link and then they're going to choose like, oh, green pies, donate
Yeah,
like
they can.
€3 or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. They can choose how much they want to donate as well. So
Alright, that's pretty nifty.
yeah. Alright, I'll start the lobby now.
Yeah, 30 seconds left apparently.
Yeah, oh, that's fine.
You just count me down. And it's two
Yeah,
races, isn't it?
3 races,
Oh, 3 races.
but
Alright.
they're all finished. Yeah, they all finish at the same time. Like Motive did. It'll finish. I think before that, to be honest, because they're not long. It's like 20 minutes, 20 minutes. The second race is a random grid, and then
Yeah.
the last race is 35 minutes. So let's remove the time. Encoding overload. What do you mean? It's perfectly fine. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. Perfectly fine. Literally sitting.
Yeah, it's going to be about 95 minutes of racing altogether.
Yeah. And yeah, and the fact quali's shorter than it used to be. There's no quali for the second race.
Yeah, I was just counting
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. I will let you know in a second.
And we are sponsored by
Nicky said he'll be
Silence
here for the
Energy.
second race.
Ah, perfect, okay.
Cool. Right. I will. Yeah. We are live now. You can hear us. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first season, the first race, here at the Sim Zone. This is the Silent X Energy Clio Cup race, and yeah, it's the first race. I am Green Pies. I'm here by myself just for the first race. We've got 3 races. For the first race, it is 10 minutes of qualifying, which we are in right now. It will be a 20-minute race. Then there will be a short interval. In that interval, Nikki will be joining me in the commentary box. And race 2 will be a random grid. Looking forward to that. That's going to be quite entertaining to see where drivers get put randomly. And it's going to be a 20-minute race, I believe. And then for race 3, it is going to be 10-minute qualifying with a 35-minute race and a mandatory pit stop. So that's what we're looking for. Looking forward to. Right now, we're just watching Sam Thumbfinger as he is coming round the final corner here at Monza Short. So no one set a lap time as he was the first one out. So he'll be the first one to set a lap time. As he comes across the line and he sets a 55-second lap time. and he instantly gets beaten by Cobb, who comes in with a 54.9. So I feel like these are going to be getting quicker and quicker, these lap times. I wonder how quick they will get. These cars around this track is going to be quite intense because the slipstream is going to be so important. As we're riding on board here on Cobb's roof, he's going to have a lovely tow from the car in front. And the car in front isn't too close where it's going to screw up Cobb's lap time. So Cobb can go around these corners and know that he won't have to worry about this car in front being slow. And then just this lovely pull down this straight. I believe Cobb might just set the fastest lap time just because he has this slipstream for the entire lap. And we'll ride on board with him as he comes across. Oh, but no, he was 2 seconds down. Oh, okay. I was extremely incorrect there. Motor Morgan currently topping the timings. One man who, actually no, two men that are extremely fast, that I know are extremely fast, is this man, the Only G, the owner of the Sim Zone, and a multiple world record holder on this game. And I know he is fast in these Clios. And another man is Unorthodubs, who's probably streaming right now. But yeah, he is also extremely fast in these Clios and in other cars on Project Cars 2. As, oh, just that purple car in front of him, as that purple car goes into the wall, just possibly getting in the way and screwing up a bit of his lap there. But yeah, Dan, Unorthodubs, up to 8th place already. But I know he can get further up with a good slipstream. As him and the Only G are going side by side. The Only G is probably letting him by to go behind him because the Only G knows he's fast. So, oh, never mind. Dan's gone back to the pit lane. He obviously didn't want to give G a slipstream going down the long straight. Which, I mean, I don't blame him. But I doubt G will really need that slipstream as he comes across the line. I believe this is a fast lap. It was a fast lap, but it wasn't a push lap. As we could tell by, he was very close to the wrong side of the track, just letting cars go by. So he's 3.5 seconds off the pace as he goes wide and touches the grass a bit, but not as wide as the guy behind him, who goes all the way out and nearly touches the wall. Just gives it a wee love tap, but gets back on track. As G gets dropped all the way back down to the bottom now that others have set their lap time. He's going to have a lovely tow, I think, off that car in front of him. He is 3 seconds up, so that would mean currently he will be in 6th place if he stays at least 3 seconds. Or actually no, even 7th place even, or 8th. I don't know, I'm not the best at maths, but no! He's up to 6th! That's lovely work there from G. He can definitely go faster though. As John Boy currently sitting in the pits is, as he comes out of the pits actually, is 13 milliseconds ahead of Motor Morgan, who's in 2nd place, and Delore, who is in 3rd place, 2/10 off that pace. So those two must have had an absolutely lovely tow going down both the straights. As he's Delore is 7 milliseconds off his fastest lap time, but he will have a lovely tow coming down here. Where will he be placed is the question. He does make up a lot of time, and he's up to 3rd place. He's 21 milliseconds off of John Boy's fastest time. As I'm just going to look in the comments here. Jan, also known as The Wall, cheering for Dan, Windsor, and G, and McGlenn. So you've got a wide variety of people. And actually, that reminds me. Oh, this is a big crash in the back there. Don't know who that is. That reminds me, this is a completely full grid. We've got 16 drivers here at Monza Short, and I am commentating this by myself, so this is going to be really fun to try and keep up with 16 drivers racing in these Clios. And these Clios are extremely close racers. You can be bumper to bumper going through every single corner, and it just will not affect your car. But Piopnik disconnects, and he won't be able to get back in because we've gone past the 3 minute mark, so we've already lost one driver. He will be able to join back in for race 2 and race 3, but as we're watching on board with John Boy here, he's 4 milliseconds up on his fastest lap time. That's Piopni's back in, but I don't think he'll be able to get back into the actual race, or qualifying even. We will find out. Hopefully he can get back in, because it would be lovely to have a full grid of 16 drivers as John Boy's coming around here. I wonder will he have made any time. No, he's gone down 41 milliseconds. I doubt he's going to make up all that time. He's not got a strong toe. Yeah, 88 milliseconds off his fastest lap time. So where are the two I want to keep an eye out for? Unorthodox Dan all the way down in 11th place, and G in 7th. I wonder is G just sandbagging? Would not surprise me, as he's 38 milliseconds up on his fastest time. That will put him up to 6th place, but as Cobb sets a new fastest lap time, 45 milliseconds ahead of John Boy. Here comes the only G round the final corner, as Piopni has left the session. Yeah, just as I thought. He didn't disconnect, he left. The only G 4/10 up. This will put him up into 2nd place if he can keep this, but I think he's going to make up more time with this draft that he's going to have this yellow car in front of him. Where will this put the only G? The only G goes up into 1st place by a 10th. Cobb is sitting in the garage wishing he could do more. The only G, I knew he was fast. I said he was fast, and he's just proven he is fast. Up into 1st place by over a 10th. That was a lovely lap time right there from G. As from 1st, the only G, all the way down to Windsor in last place, only covered by 2 seconds. And if Windsor didn't have the best draft, that's probably why he had such a bad lap time. So whenever the pack's all together tightly, he's going to have a lovely draft, and he'll probably be able to keep up easily. So this is going to be extremely close racing. Heck, 1st down to 12th is just covered by a second, so that's going to be extremely intense. I wonder is John Boy, he doesn't seem to, no, he's no, he was 4/10 off his fastest lap time. Did G make it round? No, he did not. Vliga into the pits. Kurtz into the pits. Craig, where's Craig? 6/10 down, not gonna make it any faster. McGlenn 4/10 down to the pit lane. Windsor, he's already accomplished. So this seems to be your starting grid for race 1. As Piopni seemed to have joined and left again, so probably gut wrenching for Piopni, seeing that I believe he was up into 9th at one point before he left. I could be wrong though. Is someone still out on a lap time? John Boy's still out on a lap time. Will he be able to improve? Oh, John Boy, he doesn't have a draft. Where's this going to put him? I guess we'll find out if John Boy made any time. And he didn't make any time. Alright, so this seems to be your grid right now. The only G rounding off at the top, Cobb, and then John Boy, a British 1, 2, 3. So yes, it is G, followed by Cobb in that red BNS car. John Boy in the banana car. Motor Morgan, I don't even know what that is. Delora in that lovely orange car. Falguest, I know Falguest is very fast in these Clios if he can keep his nose clean. Then it is Vligric, I believe I'm saying that correctly. Followed by Kurtz, Melted Dazzler, Unorthodox down in 10th place. I know he is a great overtaker. Maybe he's just not got his qualifying pace altogether tonight. Sam Thumbfinger in 11th place. Grandad Stee is a really good driver here in the Clios. I know that for a fact. Down in 12th place. Craig in 13th. McGlenn in 14th. And Windsor to round off the grid in 15th place. But we have lost Piopni, so that's one down. Hopefully we don't lose any more, and hopefully he can get back in for race 2 and the subsequent race 3. As I just see in the comments there, the Wall, also known as Jan, saying "Come on, Alan," also known as Windsor. And the Lazy Camel also supporting Good Luck Windsor, Team ODC. Ah, yes, the ODC boys are here now. I've just realised that. But yes, hopefully Windsor. The only way up is, or the only way to go now, Windsor is up. So let's hope you can make up some positions. As Piopni has just joined back. Let's just see what the Onigi is looking at. It's not the longest run down to turn 1, as we will go back onto trackside now, as we are syncing. Also, it's not the best camera. So 3 lights, and it's away we go. The Onigi gets a shoddy start. Oh no, the Onigi, he's just fallen down the grid. Cobb has taken the lead. Moto Morgan up into 2nd place. Wow, okay, G got a horrendous start there, as Cobb leads them into turn 1. Moto Morgan, Delore, John Boy, Falgest, Malta Desert, Sam up into 7th place. Kurt, Unorthodox, Craig, Grandad Stee, Vliegrick. The only G down to 13th place. Miglen, then Windsor. Wow, okay, that was not the start that G wanted. Absolutely horrendous start there. But Moto Morgan going up the inside of Cobb, and he gets it done. No, does he? Cobb is going to go around the outside, but no, he's been pushed too wide. Moto Morgan has made that move stick, and Dolores followed him through. I wonder, will John Boy be wanting to... John Boy is going for the move as well. Cobb has had a horrendous run through that corner, as they're going 2 by 2 back down into turn 1. Cobb is lost 3 positions in 1 turn. Oh no, sorry, he's gone back up. But he's fighting with Moto Morgan going through turn 1, as they're bumping each other all the way through. This is some intense racing here for the race lead right now. Someone's just lost their front bumper right there, as they're all coming through at the same time. That is horrifying to be watching. Oh, but Cobb and Melted Dancer, I think that is, just had a huge crash. Huge crash right there. I don't know what that was. They must have just gotten hooked on the doors and just went round. No, as Kurt is in 4th place. Moto Morgan is very happy right now in 1st place, but Delore is going to have a lovely draft. Moto Morgan is going to be punching the air right now for him, as John Boy is going to want to try and stay in that slipstream. I wonder, will Delore is looking up the inside. He's showing Moto Morgan that he is there. Will he get the move done is the question. He will have the inside line. Ooh, as they're side by side through turn 1. They're still side by side through this wee squiggly section. Moto Morgan's gotten the lead back. Delorie's going to have the inside line. He's also going to have the draft. He didn't make it there. But yeah, wow. What an amazing start, as our cameraman is currently having a seizure. Unorthodox, I told you he was fast. He's up into 4th place already. John Boy, look around the outside. He's onto the grass. He's looking on the left. He's looking on the right. I wonder, will he try anything coming out of this corner? Is he going to try and get a better exit? As Delore goes very wide. That is not what he's wanting to do. No, that's just let John Boy right alongside, but not quick enough. Delore is going to have gotten a much worse exit off there, and John Boy is doing NASCAR style. He's pushing him through bumper to bumper as they're going through turn 1. I wonder, will John Boy try and send one up the inside? Unorthodox sends one up the inside. And he nearly makes it stick, and that's G in the background, who's made his way back up to 6th place, 7th place. Unorthodox nearly made it stick. He's in 4th place, as we just see Moto Morgan going very wide there onto the grass. Unorthodox up into 4th place. Let us go onto his roof right now. He's on the inside line. He will have the inside line, but he doesn't have that draft. He seems to be keeping up with them. John Boy coming off to block him. I just need to quickly cough right now. I'm talking way too fast. But yeah, John Boy makes that move up into 2nd place on the inside there. Delore is going to have a lovely draft. Unorthodox is also going to have a lovely draft. Unorthodox is going to have the inside line again. We've seen Unorthodox try and make the inside line coming up through here. It's 3 wide, with Sam looking for it to make it 4 wide, as Unorthodox gets it through turn 1, and he's now in 2nd place. Unorthodox has gone from 10th to 2nd in 5 laps. That is amazing work there from Unorthodox, as John Boy is chasing him down. Moda Morgan is currently running away. He's got a 1.5 second lead as Sam Thumbfinger. They're going 3 wide, 4 wide in some places. This is absolutely chaotic right now. This is such close racing between these boys. As the Only G went from first on the grid. Obviously, he must have hit anti-stall or something. He just did not leave the grid. He dropped all the way down to last place, and now he's back up into 5th place fighting these guys. As Delore, Unorthodubs, and John Boy are going 3 wide temporarily again. Unorthodubs has dropped back down to 4th place. Delore and John Boy are going side by side. They're going 4 wide into turn 1. The Only G... Oh! And that is... that's John Boy. No, I am losing track of who is who. The Only G up into 3rd place. That was a chaotic turn 1. A lot of spins there. Delore in 2nd. The Only G's gone up in 3rd place. Dan struggling to get past 4th place. He'll get up in 2nd, but then he'll just get done by the slipstream. The slipstream is so strong around here. Grandad's T in 5th place. Kurt up into 6th. As I believe there's a move being done around here. As a cameraman, could you just please pan down a second? The Only G is looking up the inside, and he's got the move done. The Only G is back up in 2nd place, and he's going to be chasing down Moda Morgan any time now. But Delore is going to... No, Delore's had the run on him on the outside. Delore and Only G are going 2 wide into turn 1. Will they get through cleanly, or will John Boy... will Delore get pushed wide like John Boy did? As we just see Piopney there gets disconnected, but the Only G makes the move there into turn 1. They're going side by side to the penultimate corner, all the way down into turn 1, but the Only G's made it work. But that's just going to give Delore and Unorthodubs and Grandad Stee a lovely slipstream. As they're all catching up to Moda Morgan, who's weaving a bit, trying to break that slipstream. As they're all just single file right now, not trying to make any stupid moves. I believe that's Vligre in the background trying to get done, or McGlenn trying to do Vligre, and Vligre gets pushed very wide. Just letting... I believe that's McGlenn. I'm losing track of who's who here right now. But we will go right back up here, and it looks like Delore peaked to go up the inside. Will he do it? Dan's there again. No, Dan thinks better of that. Not doing that. Delore pushing G through these corners. Let's go on Dan. Well, let's not go onto Dan, but let's go sit on Dan's roof and just see what he's seeing, as they've caught right up to Moda Morgan, as he is now snaking along this back straight. This is some amazing racing going on right here. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Sim Zone. And if you really like it, why don't you become a patron? And I will read out the patrons later. Obviously I can't right now because of this amazing racing going on right now. Grandad Stee in 5th place. He has got a lovely view of Delore and Unorthodubs going side by side, and the Only G right up ahead has caught right up to Moda Morgan. As we go trackside to watch them go side by side into turn 1. Moda Morgan is holding him off. He has the inside line, but the Only G has gone around the outside before. Squeezes the Only G does Moda Morgan, and that's just allowed Unorthodubs. Unorthodubs is up into 3rd place, and now he's chasing down the Only G. The Only G does not have the slipstream. Dan does not have the... Dan has just slid back into the slipstream. The Only G is up into 1st place now without the slipstream. They're going 3 wide down the back straight. Going 3 wide. They're getting very close, those two. The Only G has the inside line, but Dan is going to be pushing Moda Morgan through there. Delore is going to follow the Only G through there. This is like watching NASCAR right now. And they're going to try and go 3 wide. Oh, as the Only G and Moda Morgan touch. They touch. As Dan is going to try and go around the outside. Will he make the outside stick? The Only G and Moda Morgan touch again. They're going 4 wide, 5 wide into turn 1. This track was not made for this. 3 wide, they touch. Unorthodubs drops down to 5th temporarily. 6th, 5th, yeah, no, Dan is being pushed about right now, as he's in a huge crash with John Boy there, but they seem to keep it. Oh no, there's a huge crash in the back there with John Boy and Delore, I believe that is, as Grandad Stee, I believe, is up into 3rd place. My thing is currently being blocked. Yeah, Grandad Stee is up into 3rd place. The Only G and Moda Morgan. Whew, these guys are intense to watch. The Only G He is going to be pushing Mother Morgan, and he's going to also have a lovely slipstream. Grandad Steve is very wide there. He's going to have lost the slipstream, I think. Just people with their notifications. The only G is going to look around the outside. Will he have enough speed to get it done, though? Oh my days. I wonder will I have to temporarily just leave and quickly turn off my notifications, because that is really annoying. Someone just keeps notifying me of something. Yeah, sorry for missing the racing, guys. I'm just gonna have to quickly turn off my notifications. They should already be off. Rightio, here we go. We haven't really missed much. Mother Morgan and the Only G are still battling it out for the lead, with Grandad Steve in 3rd place. That is Delore in 4th place, with Unorthodox chasing him down, as they're going too wide through the final corner. And the Only G and Mother Morgan are going side by side. The Only G has the inside line this time. Will he make anything work of it? They're going side by side. They're touching. They've touched. That's a, like Grandad Steve catch right up. The Only G pushes him wide. He makes it. Mother Morgan tries up this the switchback, and Mother Morgan gets the switchback to work. Oh my days! This is amazing, these two. And Grandad Steve is caught right up. Grandad Steve is going to stick with these two with the lovely slipstream. Whew. As we see an ambulance teleport into the background there. Unorthodox in 4th place, ahead of that secondary pack right there. Oh, this is some amazing racing going on with these guys. Unorthodox in 4th place, Kurt in 5th, Delore in 6th, John Boy. Oh, John Boy's kicking himself right now. He's in 7th place. But yeah, Mother Morgan has been absolutely perfect this race. A lovely switchback on the last lap, but the Only G, is he going to try and do the switchback? No, the Only G is not going to try and do the switchback, but Mother Morgan does have the inside line. Mother Morgan seems to have gotten to stick. Grandad Steve is still there. Mother Morgan's going to have the inside line here. They're still going side by side. Grandad Steve is looking up the inside. Grandad Steve and the Only G have touched. I feel like there's a lot of jokes that can be said here. Grandad Steve is he's side by side. They're going 3 wide. Oh no, sorry, Grandad Steve, just that perspective looked like they were going 3 wide. The Only G has gotten into the lead without the slipstream, so he's just gotten a superior exit there. As the Only G touches the curb, that's going to really unsettle his car there. Mother Morgan's going to have a lovely run through that corner. As they're going side by side, Grandad C is going to be pushing the Only G, but the Only G's lost a lot of time there as they get very close to that wall. As just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them all going into turn 1. 2 by 4 by 1 going into turn 1. Mother Morgan has taken the lead back of this race with Unorthodox in 2nd place, with Kurt in 3rd, and the Only G has dropped down to 4th place, with Delore in 5th and Grandad C down into 6th place. Oh. As going down this straight, they just give me a chance to breathe. As I'd love to watch the other guys, but watching this battle for the lead is the most important thing right now. As I just seen in the chat there, you just can't call it. It's amazing. I 1,000,000% agree with you right now. As the Only G is going to be pushing. No, the Only G, he runs wide a wee bit. I wonder will he get the superior run on Kurt and Unorthodox. He will have the slipstream from Unorthodox. Will he be able to overtake Kurt? Is he going to look up the inside? It looks like he's going to look up the inside. Dan's blocking him. They're pushing each other NASCAR style. They're literally bumper to bumper. Kurt. Oh, Grandad Steve has got so much overspeed that he actually pushed Kurt, and Kurt went very wide, and Kurt's down into 4th place, and he's let the Only G up into 3rd place. And I need to cough again. Give me a second. This has been absolutely amazing racing from these guys, and I am definitely going to need a drink from this, as they're going 4 wide, it seems, down the back straight of Monza Short here in the Silent X Energy Clio Cup Round 1 race here at the Sim Zone. As Kurt is up into 2nd place with the Only G. The Only G's up the inside. The Only G's taken that position. Delore is going to have the slipstream, but it looks like actually Kurt seems to have gotten a better run. Will Kurt be able to get it stick around the outside? Will Delore be able to make it 3 wide? Delore makes it 3 wide going into turn 1. Delore's got the better run. Delore is going to lead into turn 1. As it just looks like he lost the rear end a wee bit there. But Kurt ran the outside. Will he make it stick? No, he does not. Does he? No, he doesn't. But he gets G. G and Kurt touch. Oh, no. And Kurt's dropped all the way down to 7th place. G down to 6th place. That has really affected both of them. Whew. Unorthodox down to 5th place. John Boy has gotten his way back up into 4th place. Grandad C, I love seeing Grandad C. I said Grandad C was a great driver. He started down in 13th. He's up in 3rd. Delore in 2nd place. And Mother Morgan up into 1st place. This is some amazing racing right here. As they're going too wide between Grandad C and John Boy. Too wide into turn 1. Grandad C's going to have the outside line. John Boy's going to have the inside line. They're going too wide. Grandad C just went a wee bit wide. That's just let John Boy through. Unorthodox is going to want to capitalise on that as quick as possible. But no, wait. What happened to Unorthodox? He just went very slowly through that corner, it looked like. And he's dropped down to 7th place. He's dropped down to the back of this pack right now. As Craig is there by himself right now. But yeah, as we see another group in the background there battling for positions. But this is the battles we want to be looking at right now. This is some amazing racing going on. 7 drivers all fighting for 1st place. And all 7 of them have an amazing chance of getting it, as Delore and Motor Morgan are going side by side. I wonder, will Delore try and do a switchback, or will Motor Morgan let him go through and do the switchback himself? But no, Motor Morgan seems to hold position, as there seems to be touching there in the background. Guys, don't be touching each other going into turn 1. I feel like that can be taken out of context. Oh my days, as they just go single file right now. This is truly butt clenching, as they're just snaking just to stay in that slipstream. I feel like they should bring this to the Olympics right now, as we see Unorthodox peek out to try and go around Kurt. As the Only G is up into 5th place and Unorthodox is into 6th place. But Delore and John Boy are all 3 of them, and Motor Morgan going 3 wide into turn 1. Delore and Motor Morgan touch. John Boy and Delore touch. John Boy tries to look up the inside. He will have the inside line. I don't know if he's... No, he's not alongside enough to make it stick going into turn 4, I believe that is. But yes, they seem to be stringing out a wee bit more now. Kurt in 7th place, Unorthodox in 6th, Grandad C 5th, G in 5th, John Boy and Delore fighting over 2nd place, and they're both going to be too wide into the final corner between John Boy and Motor Morgan. John Boy's made it up the inside. Motor Morgan's going to do the switchback. Motor Morgan makes the switchback works. G is caught right up to Delore and is going to be chasing him down. Delore and Motor Morgan, or sorry, no, John Boy and Motor Morgan are going side by side into turn 1. Grandad Steve is chasing down the Only G. G is chasing down Delore. Delore is looking up the inside of Motor Morgan. They're going 4 wide into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top into turn 1? The Only G's gone deep, and he hits the wall. Motor Morgan follows him. Delore's come out on top. Grandad C is in 2nd place, but G is pushing him through the corners. Honestly, I had no idea I could talk this fast. G has gotten up in 2nd place, just ousting Grandad C there. Let's ride up. I know I always ride on board with Unorthodox, but he just always seems to have the best views. We'll go on board with Motor Morgan here. Motor Morgan is a really fast driver, and he's going to want to be catching up because we're in the final minute and 40 seconds. Grandad C, they're going to make it 3 wide going around turn 1 again. The Only G, Delore, and Grandad C, all going 3 wide. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Grandad C. I am rooting for you, Grandad C. Please do not crash right now. As he goes, G has touched the curb. Oh my. Grandad C has gone up into 1st place. G is going to have the inside line as they touch going into turn 4, that is. Grandad C goes very wide onto the grass. G is taking the lead. G is going to have a much better run because he didn't go onto the grass. Delore is going to make it 3 wide. Motor Morgan is going to be behind them. Is he going to try and make it 4 wide? He's made it 4 wide. Unorthodox is back up into 4th place. Delore takes the lead into the final corner as they are coming on to the final lap right now. This lap that they're starting right now will be the final lap. So whoever finishes first at the end of next lap will win the first race of the Clio Cup. And this is for points. This is 100% for points. Motor Morgan is leading into the final lap. They're going 3 wide. All 3 of them are touching. Motor Morgan leads into the first corner. And he takes... There's been a huge crash! Delore, the only G in Grandad C. Oh, no, sorry, no. Delore, John Boy, and the only G, Kurt. All of a huge crash. Motor Morgan takes the lead. Unorthodox up into 2nd place. Grandad C in 3rd place. Kurt up into 4th place. Oh, my. That was a huge crash on the final lap. Final time going into turn 1 of that of this race. Is Unorthodox going to get the run on Motor Morgan? Will he get it done out of the final corner? I don't know. Grandad Steve's there though. Grandad Steve's gonna have the draft. No, they're going 1, 2, 3. Who is going to... Is anyone going to overtake anyone? Grandad Steve is there. Unorthodox is there. This is going to be a picture close finish. Motor Morgan is taking the closest line. Unorthodox and Grandad Steve. So it is Motor Morgan, Unorthodox, Grandad Steve, Kurt in 4th place. The only G recovers to 5th place. Delore in 6th. John Boy in 7th. Craig down in 8th place. Vligre takes 9th place. Melted Dazzler and Sam Thumbfinger are going... This is... I don't know who's going to make it. Who's going to make it? Sand, then Melted Dazzler, then Falgus, then McGlenn, then Kolb coming round, and Windsor coming around the final corner to round off this amazing race. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. That was an amazing race. Let's see how close this really was. Motor Morgan taking 1st place by 1.5 tenths. Followed by Unorthodox, followed by Grandad Steve. All so close to each other. That was amazing. And then between Sam Thumbfinger and Melted Dazzler, it was literally, I believe that is 12 milliseconds. That was an amazing first race. Make sure to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes for race 2. That was amazing, guys. I think you're gonna love the commentary at, whenever you go back to watch this. Genuinely had no idea I could talk that fast. Oh, that last lap crash though. Yeah, that last lap crash. Yeah, gee, I saw you got taken out a few times, or you were in a few crashes. Yeah, no. I saw that. That was like caught right on stream, and I had no idea what to say about it. Is that what happened? Didn't really think you could stall in these. I'm gonna have to go get a drink. That was. Yeah. Yeah. Especially another two races. I really am not, especially not by the end of this season. Hopefully, Nikki's getting on soon though. So I'll be right. Say that again. There was too many. Grandad C started in like 13th, and I can't remember where he finished. He finished pretty high. I think it was third. I'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, for race two of this Clio Cup. here at the Sim Zone, sponsored by Silent Energy. So this was a random grid, so I'll quickly go through. It is Sam, Piopni. Piopni's here, lovely. Craig, Motor Morgan in 4th place. That's really going to help Motor Morgan. Unorthodox in 5th. Grandad's T, 6th. John Boy, 7th. Windsor in 8th. Falgas in 9th. Cobb in 10th. Melted Dazzler in 11th. Kurt in 12th. McGlenn in 13th. Delore is down in 14th. Fleegrick in 15th. And the only G is starting last. He's been forced to start last. Wow, that is not going to help him with points. But he will most definitely, in this 20-minute race, make his way up the grid. As we are getting ready to start here now for race 2 of round 1. Sam Thumbfinger gets a lovely start off the line there. Piopni gets a horrific start off the line there. Craig is up into 2nd place. They're going 3, 4, 5 wide in some places. Craig gets a lovely entry through there and just covers off Piopni. Motor Morgan is up into 3rd place. Motor Morgan is going to be wanting to make up as much time as possible before G starts making his way through the field, who is already up into 14th place. As our cameraman is having a seizure again, we see G in the background there with his lights on. Just showing off a wee bit as McGlenn has dropped all the way down into 16th place. Not where he wants to be. G up into 13th already, as we can just see there. But yes, a much more quiet start to this race, I think. As I say that, Felgast and Piopni going side by side. I believe that is. No, that's not Piopni. That is Unorthodox, actually. Falgas and Unorthodox going side by side. That is Piopni and Grandad Stee going side by side. So they're going 2 by 2 into turn 1. And they've touched. Grandad Stee gets pushed wide. I believe that's Grandad Stee we're watching right now. Yes, it is. And Motor Morgan is up into... No, Motor Morgan's still in 3rd place. Sam Thumbfinger is still in the lead. Someone goes into the grass a wee bit there. But yeah, definitely spaced out a lot more in this race. The only G up into 11th already. Man is on fire tonight. Whew. Much more calm race this time. But no doubt it is going to heat up like it did last time. As we can already see a definitive pack forming right now between these drivers here, as we're just watching the only G who's making his way through. I believe that's Delore right there, fending off from John Boy and Falgast. John Boy up the inside, or around the outside even. That's Delore that's up the inside. Delore seems to have made it stick better. Delore will have the inside line for here, and he makes it stick, and Piopni has followed him through. Unorthodox has dropped down to 7th place. Not where he wants to be. I know Unorthodox is a fast driver. He got 2nd in the last race, I believe it was. Don't forget, guys, if you like what you're seeing, as we watch these two, they touch! Unorthodox makes that position. They're going a bit touchy here. Hope we don't see too much of that. I mean, it's okay if they don't crash each other out, but yeah. As they're going too wide. But yeah, if you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe, and also share this around. Get your friends watching. Sam Thumbfinger has... Oh, Motor Morgan's taking the lead. Motor Morgan is in the lead of this race, so he's going to want to try and pull a big enough gap so that no one else can catch him. Oh, but he goes very wide there, nearly loses the rear end. Sam Thumbfinger is going to have a much better run because, well, he didn't go onto the grass like Motor Morgan. As they're all just going single file right now, apart from these two, and then someone in the background who just wants to be the other one out, going down the right hand side of the track. But yes, Motor Morgan goes up the inside. Motor Morgan is going to have this move done. Yes, he will. Motor Morgan is going to take the lead. But no, actually, wait. Sam Thumbfinger seems to have gotten a much better run. Grandad Stee and Craig in the background are going to be fighting. They're going 2 by 2 into turn 1 once again. Who's going to have the better entry into turn 1? Is it going to be Sam or Motor? Motor has the inside line. Sam has the outside line. They're still going side by side. Motor Morgan seems to have made it stick much better onto the inside line there. But Sam is still there. Sam is going to have the better exit out of this turn, I believe. As he's going to have a lovely draft going down here. We will ride on his bumper right now. He is his bumper's got a lovely view there of his adrenaline sponsored Clio of Motor Morgan. He seems to brake a wee bit earlier. He doesn't want to risk hitting the back of him. As just watching this angle, you can really see how much they slide through that final corner. Or at least how much Motor Morgan slides through that final corner. It doesn't mean everyone slides through that final corner. But yeah, Sam Thumbfinger is he's gonna wanna make up that position. But we'll go back here. Craig, Piopni, and Grandad Steve going. Oh, Grandad Steve nearly gets spun round there, but thankfully these cars are front wheel drive, so he was able to save that. Craig gets pushed down into 7th place. The only G I'm just after seeing is up into 5th place already on lap 6 of this race. Unorthodox is behind him in 6th place. Piopni in 4th place, and then Grandad Steve is leading off this pack right now, which are 2 seconds off of Motor Morgan and Sam right now. So they're all going to want to work as a team. There's 14 minutes and 40 seconds left, so they've got plenty of time to work as a team. And if any of them are listening, I'd suggest just work as a peloton in like the Tour de France and something like that in cycling, and just catch them up. As the only G is now, I'm going to refer to this as the peloton. The only G is now leading the peloton of the chasing down this breakaway right now. I feel like cycling terms is going to be the best way to talk about these Clios. But Motor Morgan and Sam Thumbfinger are the current breakaway. Will they be able to keep off the peloton of the only G, Unorthodox, Grandad Steve, Piopni, Craig, Falgest, and Delore, and John Boy, I believe, is in that. Yes, he is. And Milton Dazzler and Cobb, they're all catching up. But Sam Thumbfinger seems to have gotten up the inside of Motor Morgan, so it's his turn to lead the breakaway. But Motor Morgan says, no, hey, I want to set the pace of the breakaway, as they're going side by side through the penultimate corner. Sam Thumbfinger has the better getaway once again, but they're going side by side into turn 1. Is this breakaway from the peloton? But Motor Morgan gets a much better entry. He does touch that curb, and we saw the only G do that and cause three people got taken out on the last lap. But yes, the only G at the lead of the peloton seems to have caught up. So once he's within, I believe it's 7/10, that's whenever the slipstream starts to work. So not quite yet, I don't think. But Motor Morgan is chasing down Sam Thumbfinger. This race is really for anyone to win and anyone's to lose. But yes, Motor Morgan, I think he just wants to push Sam. But yes, the peloton has now caught up to the breakaway of Motor Morgan and Sam Thumbfinger. And, you know, I am so happy with myself that I came up with that to start referring to this as cycling terminology. But the only G touches the back of Motor Morgan. He really follows him through there, pushes him wide a wee bit. Motor Morgan leads through that section there, probably the hardest section to overtake on, but probably the best place to get an overtake done if you can get it work. So Motor Morgan leads this peloton of drivers. Sam Thumbfinger wanting to get that second place back off the only G. And he will be going side by side, but the only G just has a better run around the outside. Sam Thumbfinger! And G touch! And Unorthodox touch! Unorthodox is off into the wall, and Unorthodox is out of the peloton! Oh no! That was not his fault at all. That was, I don't even know who to blame for that. I'll watch it back on the stream now, but Grandad Steve up in 3rd place. I am 100% rooting for Grandad Steve. He's probably one of my favourite drivers on the grid right now. He's up into 2nd place, chasing down Motor Morgan. I'm just going to watch this back on the stream right now. Keep one eye on the stream. That is 100%. Don't even know who to blame for that, actually. It was G and I can't even remember who that was. I've already lost it. Sam Thumbfinger, that's who it was. Yes. Right. Now that I've remembered who was who, Sam Thumbfinger just went way too deep and pushed G. Who ended up crashing into Unorthodox. So that is 100% Sam Thumbfinger's fault. Just through my analysis, I don't know if I'm allowed to be saying that as I am a steward. But yes, that's only if they make a steward's inquiry, does Unorthodox. But yes, Unorthodox chasing down Grandad Steve's, chasing down Sam Thumbfinger, who is trying to catch back up to Motor Morgan, as Motor Morgan has made an 8/10 lead. So he has broken that slipstream. Piopny in 5th place after being disconnected from the last race. As that is Grandad Steve just looking up the inside of Sam Thumbfinger. Actually, no, that's G and Grandad Steve going side by side. Grandad Steve's going to have a slipstream of Sam Thumbfinger. Sam Thumbfinger is going to have the slipstream of Motor Morgan. The only G just slips in behind Grandad Steve. Piopny is chasing them all down. This small breakaway here, there isn't really any peloton anymore. It's only 5 drivers. I wouldn't really consider that a peloton. If Delore can catch up and Falgest can catch up, if these two can catch up, then I'll start to consider it a peloton again. But yes, Sam Thumbfinger and, excuse me, Grandad Steve. Wait, where's G? G is in the wall! G is in the wall again! Turn 1, once again, taking out the only G. He seems to be struggling to get going again. He is fuming. I can hear him right now, just fuming under his helmet. I have got no idea what happened there, but wow, I was not expecting G to be taken out again going into turn 1. In all fairness, last time it probably was his fault. I actually would say maybe. I don't know. I actually don't remember what it looked like. But that is Grandad Steve looking around the outside of Motor Morgan. And Sam Thumbfinger looking up the inside. So these three are going to be battling. Piopny is in the background. You know, I'd much rather be Piopny in the background because we've seen how quickly these cars can crash into each other. And I'm just watching, I'm just looking at the stream now. There are 7 dislikes. Come on, guys. Why are you disliking the stream? I'm just going to refresh just to make sure it's not like a glitch. It might just be YouTube screwing about with me. Huh. 7 dislikes. Oh well. Some people just can't admire art, as this racing is art. As Piopny, if I was you, I'd hold back because these guys, they're prone to crashing. But no, Piopny, he's looking up the inside of Grandad Steve and Sam Thumbfinger. But Sam Thumbfinger is going to have an amazing entry. He is leading them both into turn 1. Oh, but Piopny gets Grandad Steve. Piopny is going to be side by side with Sam Thumbfinger, but no, he seems to take the racing line. Sam Thumbfinger sticks to that wall. Sam Thumbfinger, I feel like I'm about to say something I'm not meant to say. Sam Thumbfinger just about gets through there. He was a wee bit wobbly-doubly. I've got no idea what I'm saying. But Grandad Steve chasing down Piopny right now. As we're right on board on his bonnet right now, and he has the inside line. He is drifting. You can just looking at it, you can see how his car turns in. As Piopny and himself are side by side. Grandad C seems to have gotten it done. Piopny, no, they're literally going side by side. They could not be going any more side by side. Who is going to get it done into turn 1? Grandad C is going to have the inside line, but Piopny will have the outside and the racing line advantage. But no. Let's quickly go onto the bumper here. This is just an epic view right now of Grandad Steve's rear view, rear bumper. As Grandad just pushing it so close, just perfectly getting on that white line, not going onto the grass, not losing any momentum, just extending the track as much as he possibly can. Yes, let's just quickly go through the grid right now, as it is Motor Morgan, Sam Thumbfinger, Grandad Steve, Piopny, Delore. I wonder will our cameraman be able to catch up. Falgest, Cobb, Melted Dazzler. Oh, there's a wee battle going on back here between this is Cobb, Melted Dazzler, and John Boy going 3 wide. Let's quickly watch this. We've not really watched any other battles apart from the lead battles because the lead battles have just been so frequent around here. Are they going to go for? They're going 3 wide. John Boy pulls out. John Boy has learned his lesson from this corner right now. Cobb, he qualified second in the qualifying, and I don't know where he finished. He's just finished so far down the order. So his race pace is just really not where it's at as he goes onto the grass there. Unorthodox in 11th place, not where he wants to be. The only G in an even worse situation, down in 15th, only ahead of Windsor. Oh. Let's quickly go back to this lead race right now between Motor Morgan, Sam Thumbfinger, Grandad's D, and Piopni. As this has been some amazing racing watching these guys right now. Just remember, there is one more race after this, and there will be qualifying, so the fastest drivers will be at the front. So it'll be much more closer, much like the first race. But the added benefit to race 2 is it's longer. It's 35 minutes, and there is a mandatory pit stop. The pit stop can either be a stop and go, or they can like run a little bit lower on fuel during the race and then dab up some fuel during the pit stop. But honestly, with the Clios being so close, you don't want to lose any time in your pit stop. You just want to be in and out. You don't want any fuel. You'll lose so much time because these cars, once you're in the draft, it doesn't matter if you've got more fuel than the car ahead of you. The car ahead of you won't get away if you can just stay in the draft, which these guys are extremely good at doing. As Sam Thumbfinger is just chasing down Motor Morgan and Grandad's T up in 3rd place again. So these guys being extremely consistent. As I believe they're coming up onto a back marker. I think that's Windsor. Let's quickly check what time penalty Windsor has. He's a 1 second time penalty. As Sam Thumbfinger is looking up the inside of Motor Morgan's, Sam Thumbfinger touches the curb. I forgot what they're called for a second there. And that's just allowed Grandad Steed to catch right up. And Grandad Steed, oh no, he's not going to have the draft. Sam's going to have the draft, but Grandad seems to have gotten a better draft. Sam is going to be blocked by Motor Morgan going into the corner. Grandad Steed does have the racing line going into the corner. So them two, they're really not making it easy for themselves. Sam locks up, but he does get past Grandad Steed going up on the inside there. As Grandad Stee, Grandad Stee in 3rd place. I think he can get the win in this race. But Sam Thumbfinger making the move up the inside. He didn't touch the curb this time. Grandad Stee's lost a good bit of time, but I think he's just better on the exits as they're going nearly 3 wide. Just that gap, it closed up on Grandad Stee. He did go for it, but he couldn't keep it. As Motor Morgan, he goes across the track and just touches Sam's door. He will have the racing line, but no, Grandad Stee's going to have the racing line. They're going 3 wide into turn 1. Sam Thumbfinger takes the lead into turn 1. Grandad Stee gets the switchback. Grandad Stee takes the lead of this race going into the final 2 minutes. Oh my, Grandad Stee, what a lovely switchback there. As we just see in the background there, Piopni going very wide. Oh my. Motor Morgan up into 3rd place, just overtaking Grandad Stee, or not Grandad Stee, sorry, Sam Thumbfinger on the inside there, and Grandad Stee seems to be much better than everyone at the exit of this corner here. So he only needs to do it 2 more times, I think. I'm not good at maths. But yeah, Grandad Stee, come on bro, you can do this, Grandad Stee. As Motor Morgan looked up the inside, but it was more just a look. Sam Thumbfinger's looking up the inside of Motor Morgan, and Grandad Stee is still leading These three are really battling tooth and nail. Grandad C goes onto the grass. That is not going to help his situation at all. That's going to let Mother Morgan get past him without the draft. That's going to let Sam Thumbfinger get past him without the draft. Grandad C down into third place now. But he will have the draft as this... Oh, no, he touches the curb. He's going to lose all that pace that he had. Oh, no, Grandad C, come on. You're really going to have to pull something out of the bag here, mate, if you want to get even second place. He's really going to have to be the last of the late breakers right now, going into this final lap right now. As they start their final lap, their 22nd and final lap. As he seems to have caught up, but not enough. Sam Thumbfinger is really pushing Mother Morgan through these corners. Will Sam Thumbfinger try and make an audacious move as they are catching up to a back marker now? Mother Morgan is weaving. Yeah, Grandad C has really lost the draft. Grandad C is just going to be hoping that maybe they can take each other out. Mother Morgan is leading Sam Thumbfinger. Will he try and make an audacious move up the inside? It doesn't look like it. He's not showing any indication of it. Will he just sell for a second place? Is he going to try and get the better exit coming out of the turn? I don't think he's going to have enough pace to overtake him. Yeah, no. This looks like it's going to be a Mother Morgan win, because Mother Morgan is going to have the draft off Windsor. But yes, Mother Morgan takes the win, followed by Sam, followed by Grandad C, followed by Delore, followed by Piopne and Falgas, who are very close to each other. Then John Boy, then Melted Dazzler and Cobb, also very close to each other. Craig in 10th place, Unorthodox in a disappointing, nearly flipping his car in a disappointing 11th place. He's not going to be wanting to finish there very often. Vliegrick in 12th, the only G, very disappointing to be in 13th. Kurt in 14th, McGlenn in 15th, and Windsor in last place. Whew. And that is everyone as we just wait Windsor to come through the final corner right now, as he actually crossed the line before the finishers did. So yes, here he comes to finish his final lap, rounding off the grid. Amazing that he finished this race. Good job, Windsor. And that is the amazing end. Once again, an amazing end to another amazing race, as Mother Morgan takes the second win out. I believe he won the last one. And Sam Thumbfinger in second place, and Grandad C with another podium. So this is your podium, guys, of race 2. And make sure to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Just go get some popcorn, as there will be the final race, and I believe I'll be joined by Nick now. So yeah, make sure you come back for that, guys. I swear G can read my mind. I was about to ask him if we're live, and yes, we are back for race 3 of this round 1 Monza Short Clio Cup here at the Sim Zone, sponsored by our lovely friends Silence X Energy. And it is a wet qualifying, so this should definitely spice up the grid a bit. But while I have a chance, I'm actually going to quickly talk about our sponsor, first of all, Silent X Energy, as I haven't had a chance to do that yet, as the racing has been absolutely amazing. But our sponsor, Silent X Energy, it is, I need to remember all of my talking points right now, is a completely plant-based energy drink, based out of the UK, and it is built for sim racers and kart racers, by sim racers and kart racers, and I've tasted it myself. They sponsored me for a 24-hour Le Mans event, and I tasted it, and it is a lovely drink. I highly recommend I believe it's called the cherry flavor. I don't actually remember the name of the flavor, but I highly recommend it. So yes, 100% recommend Silent X Energy if you are a sim racer and do long races such as 24-hour events or even just any race. And also, I will quickly, because I said I was going to do it earlier, I'm going to quickly thank and read out our lovely patrons who give their hard-earned money to us, so we can upkeep the website and ACC servers and probably more. I just don't know about it. But in the subzone, we have ESR Chef, XMech Online, Ratchet17, excuse me as I burped, Delore 7, Zanda Flanda, I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly, and then in the Zone Expert, we have Motor Morgan, who is actually right here. We have Camber, we have Road Racing is Life, we have Duke Martin, we have M. Afford, also known as Mark Afford, then we have Valeside Racing, then the Zone Masters, the guys that love to throw away their money, I'm only joking, the guys that support the most is Jan, also known as The Wall, Windsor, Kenny, and the Lazy Camel. Absolute legends. If you guys like what you see and you want to help upkeep the website and the ACC servers, make sure you become a patron. There are a bunch of benefits with being a patron, such as you will have a guaranteed seat every single event that you enter, and also you will be able to guarantee yourself the delivery that you want, as long as obviously another patron hasn't taken it. And whenever there are draws, I believe you get 2 entries instead of just the one that a normal person would get. And also there's a special chat, I believe, in the Discord for you to talk to other patrons. And also another one that I've just remembered off the top of my head is that in the off seasons you get to choose what events to do, whether that is I believe it has to be within reason, obviously, whether that's like Indy 500, it's the only one I can think of, or like 6 hours of Fuji maybe, or something like that. But yeah, make sure you become a patron if you really want to. But also, one thing that you should do definitely is make sure you subscribe to the Sim Zone and join the Discord and hit that like button. There are 9 people who are for some reason hitting the dislike button, but you know, not everyone can respect some amazing driving that has been going on right now, as Sam Thumbfinger currently holds the top spot with a 56-1 in the rain. In the race we were seeing them do 55 lap times, 55 seconds a lap, so they're really not that far off the pace here. As I say, as I'm about to click onto John, he sets the fastest lap time of 56 and pushes Sam down. Unorthodox up into third place. Come on, Dan. What are you doing, Dan? I literally just was about to start talking about you, and you just spin and start reversing. But yeah, I quickly went into Dan's stream just during the intermission between last race and this race, and he seemed happy whenever he found out that the qualifying was going to be wet. Delore sitting in the pits, staying dry in 4th place. Morgan in 5th place. Gee, struggling. He's in 6th place right now. I wonder will he get a faster lap time this time. And we will wait and see, and he doesn't. He's a second. He's nearly 2 seconds off his fastest lap time. Vliege in 7th place. Melted Dazzler in 8th. Cobb in 9th. Grandad Stee in the dry in 10th place. Oh, who's just set a faster lap time? Don't know who that was. Falgas in 12th. Craig in 13th. Piopni, he literally straight away he got a 1 place grid penalty at the very start. He's down in 14th, so really he's in 15th. Windsor in 15th and McGlenn in 16th. Let's watch on board. Let's see what Unorthodox is seeing right now. I know he sits on the roof cam, but you know what? We'll just pretend that he sits in cockpit cam and that he's an actually good driver. I'm only joking, but he really goes sideways into that corner. He is really doing this for Familia and for Team Prolapse. He will have a draft off the car ahead of him. Whether or not he'll utilize it to its fullest is a different question. But yes, Unorthodox really going sideways through all these corners in the wet. I guess the tires are like wet as he goes 5/10 up. That will, oh no, he won't bump it up at any position, but he's going to have a lovely draft going down this straight, and then coincidentally down the next straight. But oh, is that car ahead of him? Is that car going to slow him down? Is he going to have to brake a wee bit earlier than he's going to want to? I think he might. That's Grandad Stee. He's going up the inside of Grandad Stee. He goes very sideways. He catches it. That's Grandad Stee that was behind him. Yeah, that was Grandad Stee. But yeah, Dan, I think he lost a good bit of time being behind Grandad Stee. As yeah, he went from 5/10 to 1/10. So he's definitely going to want to not be behind Grandad Stee next time. He's going to have this chance and one more chance after to set a fast lap time. Whether or not he can be fast is a completely different question, as no, he can't be fast if he's on the grass. That's the last place you want to be, as we see Grandad Stee in the background there into the wall as he goes back to the pit lane. Teleportation is a lovely thing to have in games. But yes, Unorthodox, maybe he was just preparing for a fast lap, as he does have John Boy ahead of him. I believe that's John Boy in that car. Oh, he's 4/10 up. Oh my, even on the grass he's 4/10 up. So that means he's going to have a lovely lap time here, I think, if he can keep making up that time. Unless he's just losing all his time coming out of the last corner and onto the long straight. He goes up into first place by 3 milliseconds. That is amazing. John Boy and Sam both have one last shot to get this done. John Boy is right ahead of, I believe that's John Boy, I'm going to quickly check, is right ahead of Unorthodox. So he's not going to have the slipstream, but he is giving the slipstream to Unorthodox to set an even faster lap time. Oh my. Unorthodox just pulling off to the side. I don't know why he's doing that. Oh, he must be going to the pit lane or something. Oh no. Surely he's not going to have a chance to set another lap time, is he? John Boy is, nice, 4/10 down. John Boy is being screwed. Sam has said, I'm out for the count, or Unorthodox. He's not going to make it round in time. He's only got 7 seconds to make it to the line. He's going to beat John Boy to pole position by 3 milliseconds. 3 milliseconds. That is quick. Or, sorry, no, I should say that is extremely close racing qualifying. I should learn to Whew, talk. But yeah, unorthodox. I knew he was happy for a reason whenever he saw that it was wet qualifying. I'll just see in the chat there, Jan saying, "Come on, Windsor and McGlen." Windsor is in 16th and McGlen is in 14th, so they're probably not having the best of qualifying. Maybe this track just doesn't suit them. Maybe they're just not good at the long straights. Maybe they just need a setup that's more slick. I know if I was racing here, I would have probably no wings on. I'd probably rather that rear wing be taken off. But yes, as we can see here, Unorthodox taking first place by 3 milliseconds, and then Sam Thumbfinger 74 milliseconds off of Unorthodox time. And you know, one thing that I've just noticed, these guys, like, you can see the grid boxes are right there, but they just, like, they're just not in it. Like, if I go to Sam Thumbfinger, half of himself is in the box and the other half isn't, so I don't know what's going on there. Kurt is just he's ahead of the box. But yeah, let's just quickly go through the grid here, as it is Unorthodox, John Boy, Sam Thumbfinger, Kurt, Delory in 6th place, Motor Morgan in Motor Morgan in 6th place, the only G in 7th place. Not really the qualifying he's going to want, but if he can make it through turn 1 without being crashed into, then he'll do a good job. Falgest in 8th, Vligric in 9th, Melted Dazzler in 10th, Cobb in 11th, Grandad Stee in 12th, Craig 13th, McGlen in 14th, Piopney in 15th, and Windsor in 16th to round off the grid. And this is a 38 lap race, and the pit window is between, I'll get that right now, I should know this, between lap 9 to lap 19. So that means that every single one of these drivers have to pit within the time period of lap 9 and lap 19. And I would just quickly like to welcome all of the people that have disliked your views matter so much. And you know, if you dislike, at least you're just showing that you've got enough time on your hands to come and dislike this this stream of these amazing racers here at the Sim Zone. With this amazing community. Make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already. These guys are extremely helpful, as Unorthodox is going to lead everyone off from the line, or will he do a Oni G, as we're 1, 2, 3, lights out, and away we go, as Dan has a lovely start there. John Boy will have the inside. John Boy has been very audacious going up on the inside here, but no, he's looking like he's going to go on the outside. He's going to go for the racing line here. As he goes around the outside, but no, Dan is going to have the inside line there. It is a dry track, so they're not going to have to worry about the water as they touch going through turn 3. Sam Thumbfinger is caught right up, and everyone seems to have just dropped off. So I will be referring to this as the peloton once again. They're all in a pack, so it is the peloton, and that is a Grandad Stee down in last place. Oh my, Grandad Stee has lost all of his bodywork. He was in a huge crash that we missed. Oh no. Grandad Stee, that is devastating for Grandad Stee, but John Boy leads this race. Unorthodox actually takes the lead back as John Boy goes very wide, but John Boy was getting the longer runners. They're going to be going 3 wide. John Boy, Sam Thumbfinger, and Unorthodox. John Boy just falls back in behind Unorthodox, as Unorthodox will have the outside lines. That's not going to stop Sam Thumbfinger from going up the inside. Sam Thumbfinger is going to try and go up the inside. Will he make it work though? As we just watched on board with it here, as we just see the bumper there of Grandad Stee. But yeah, Sam Thumbfinger does temporarily have the lead, but no, Unorthodox, no, Sam Thumbfinger, no, Unorthodox. Who is going to take the lead? Unorthodox, oh, very close to going round there. Unorthodox takes the lead back though. John's in the lead now actually. They touched very close there between them two. Oh my. But yes, this breakaway is trying to get away from the peloton. Falges has gotten between them all now. As they're going 2 by 2. Unorthodox has the inside line, but John Boy is trying to go around the outside, excuse me, for the longer run down the main straight. Unorthodox, he's going to be squeezed going into turn 1. John Boy's going to have the racing line. Unorthodox Ooh. Unorthodox, yeah, he gets squeezed, but will he be able to stick around the inside? He keeps it there. Sam Thumbfinger, he's not really anywhere to be seen. Sam Thumbfinger, he goes up the inside of John Boy and he gets it stuck there. Dan makes it work. Dan is now back into the lead with a 4/10 lead, so he's going to want to be breaking away as quickly as possible. Sorry if you can hear background noise, my sisters seem to be fighting. But yes, the peloton seems to have caught right up to everyone. Unorthodox is going to want to break that draft as quickly as possible, as he's 6/10 quicker. Sorry, no, that's basically 7/10 quicker than he's ever gone before. So I think this is going to be a fast lap time. They're going 3, 4, 5, 6 wide in some places. As John Boy is chasing down Mother Morgan, chasing down Sam Thumbfinger, chasing down the only G with Delore and Kurt there. Everyone's going into turn 1 at the same time, and everyone makes it through turn 1 at the same time. They're going 3 wide in places. Mother Morgan is in 2nd place. Dan seems to have made it the breakaway work a wee bit. Mother Morgan is still just about in the slipstream right now. But the peloton is all together right now. I'm glad that we finally have a peloton again, as this just leaves it up to anyone in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way down to 12th has the chance to take the win right now. But yes, Unorthodox is now officially a breakaway. He has gotten out of the slipstream, as we can just see. Sam, the only G, and John Boy going 3 wide. Sam is going to have the outside. John Boy's moved to go and look for the outside, so he thinks that he can get a G done around the outside. That is Mother Morgan looking up at the inside of John. Very tight there. Really going for that tight entry into that corner. The only G is taking the lead from Sam Thumbfinger and John, with Mother Morgan chasing them close down, and Delore in a close 6th place with Falgest, Kerr, Melted Dazzler and Craig behind them, and Vligrake tagging on behind them. Dan has had a horrendous lap. He's really just let the peloton catch right up to him. I don't know what happened there. Really just lost over a second, as the only G finally takes the lead. Will he be able to make it through turn 1 without being taken out? As we'll watch on board with the only G here. He is going wide to try and get the faster line going into turn 1. Sorry for yawning. But Mother Morgan says, no, thank you, I will go up here. And Mother Morgan leads going into turn 1. John Boy is going to follow him around and going to try and take the only G, but no, the only G is holding his position. Unorthodox has dropped down to 4th place. Unorthodox is probably kicking himself. I don't know what happened to Unorthodox, but he just lost all his position. Last lap he was 56.7 compared to Mother Morgan's 44.8, or even the G's 55.2, as they're all just going single file right now. But not for long. Someone is definitely going to try and make a move going down this straight. I think it might be the only G, John Boy, or even Unorthodox catching right back up as they're going 2 wide round the final corner. John Boy is going to have a lovely strip stream as these two are fighting. The only G is going to be catching up, Unorthodox is going to be catching up to the only G. The only G is going for the really tight line. 5 drivers are going for that tight line. John Boy and Mother Morgan are going, they're going 4 wide into turn 1. This never works, guys. Come on. As I predicted, there's a crash between John Boy and Sam Thumbfinger. As Unorthodox takes the lead going into turn 1 after that crash. Mother Morgan is in 2nd, Delore is in 3rd, the only G is in 4th place. There's been 4 big crashes going into turn 1 now that I count. I'm not really keeping count actually, but yes, oh my days. As we are on lap 7, so we're only a few laps out from the pit window. I'm not sure if you'll want to be first to pit or last to pit, because you're going to want to stay in the draft, because the draft, it really means so much. If you don't have the draft because you pitted first, you're going to lose so much time if everyone else stays in the draft. So it's really going to be a cat and mouse game. I think everyone is going to try and leave it till everyone else pits, because they're just not going to want to be the first one to pit. But also, you're definitely not going to want to be the last one to pit and being out by yourself, because being out by yourself, you'll lose so much time as the peloton catches up, because the peloton will just use each other's draft and they'll be so much faster going through the corners. But yes, Unorthodox is currently leading Mother Morgan, who's currently leading from the only G, who's currently leading from Delore. But yeah, Unorthodox seems to be getting that breakaway going once again, as he has made up 6/10 from Mona Morgan. Yawn. But yes, the Only G is going to be chasing down Mona Morgan. The Only G is going to be chasing down Mona Morgan going into turn 1. Will he make it through turn 1 and get past Mona Morgan to go and start chasing Dan, as Dan is going for the fastest line currently. As the Only G, like I said, he's looking around the outside. Will he make it work? Will he make it work? Ooh, they're going side by side through turn 1, and Deloria's right there to pick up the scraps if anything happens. They're still going too wide through turn 2, 3, and 4. They're going too wide down the back straight. They touch G's on the grass. Oh my. They've gone out wide. They're going side by side down the back straight. Deloria's going to have a lovely view of this. Deloria's right on the back of Mother Morgan. Who's got a better view? Kurt's got a lovely view of these three battling it out as Deloria just goes wide. The Only G is going to push down to try and get behind Mother Morgan, as he's going to try and go for the move. Is Deloria going to try and make this 3-way? Oh my! Mother Morgan nearly just went right into the pit wall there at full speed. That would not have been healthy, as they've all caught up to the Only G now, as I have just noticed. The pit window has opened, and John and Sam and Falgas and McGlenn have all bitten the bullet and pitted on lap 10. So the pit window opened last lap and they came straight in to make their pit stop. So I wonder will those four work together to try and get round as quick as possible. But Unorthodox lost a lot of time there because he was the breakaway. He was punching his own air through his own car through the air as the peloton caught up using each other's punching air thing. Yes, grammar. But Unorthodox is currently leading from the Only G, who's going to look around the outside. The Only G does have the better run around the outside. I'm starting to learn that the outside is the better way to go if you want the outside line. But Dan is going to have the inside line. Mother Morgan is going to look up the inside of the inside line. Mother Morgan, that's not really a place where you overtake. That is the inside of the inside line, but he's made it work. Mother Morgan's gotten up the inside of Dan. The Only G and Mother Morgan touch. Dan's made a stick. Dan is going side by side with the Only G right now. Dan is looking up the inside of Mother Morgan, but he's not there enough. And it wasn't really a place to break late, as back markers are now going to be a key role, because the back markers, I don't think it is mandatory for back markers to get out of the way, as they're all chasing down that poor back marker of McGlenn to try and steal the draft off him. But Mother Morgan is being looked up the inside by Unorthodox, and Unorthodox is on the inside now. He will have the inside line for the next race, or for the next corner, if he's not actually coming into the pit lane. He is coming into the pit lane, so Unorthodox into the pit lane to make his mandatory pit stop. The Only G is going around the outside. Melted Dazzler, or sorry, no, not Melted Dazzler. Mother Morgan and Deloria, I lost my complete track of thought, is going side by side, but no, Deloria's taking the lead now. Mother Morgan is in second place. The Only G really struggling to get any higher than third is the Only G, because any time that he gets higher, he just gets pushed back because everyone else is in the draft. Unorthodox is now leaving the pit lane as they are coming round, so just that's how much time you lose in the pit lane. You lose so much time as they're going 4 wide into turn 1. Deloria's sorry, no, this is the last turn actually, my bad, as the Only G looks up the inside. Deloria and Mother Morgan, they're going 2 wide. Mother Morgan is going to make it 3 wide going down the backstretch. The Only G is going into the pit lane. Oh no, that was a I'm not sure if that's legal. The Only G so close, it must have been scaring them or something. But Deloria and Mother Morgan going side by side. Deloria's going to have the outside line. Mother Morgan's going to have the inside line. Deloria, will he make a stick? The Only G's gone up the inside of Melted Dazzler. There we go. I've got Melted Dazzler in there properly for once. The Only G's looking up at the inside of Deloria. He's got his nose in there. Will he make it work? They seem to be side by side. I can't really tell by this camera angle. They seem to just be going side by side with Melted Dazzler in there, just a sprinkling effect, and there are some back markers, so yeah, that's going to be fun to play around with. I wonder will G box actually this time. He must have just thought better of it last time and just been like, nah, these guys are still too fast in the pack. There's still too many of them in the pack. It's too risky. But no, none of them have come into pit. Excuse me. But yes, Motor Morgan takes the lead. The only G is going to have the inside line. Melted Dazzler for the first time. Excuse me. For the first time is up there, and he is bumping doors with Delore, and that has just allowed Kurt to catch up. This is really like a first time. We're seeing a few of these names up in the leading peloton right now. Where is Unorthodox? Unorthodox is doing a minute a lap, while these guys are doing 55 a lap. Unorthodox is really losing time. I said that was going to be a risk. Actually, wait, no, that must have been his outlap. My bad. So Unorthodox is actually doing faster lap times than the leaders currently, and he came in while he was leading. So, will he be leading still? As the only G and Motor Morgan are fighting into the pit lane, Melted Dazzler goes on to take the lead. Veilside is also, or Vligrek is there to also take the lead. So, Motor Morgan, the only G, Delore, Kurt, and Craig now into the pit lane. Let's see who comes out first. Is it going to be the only G? The only G is out. Motor Morgan is still stopped. Motor Morgan is still stopped. Why is Motor Morgan not moving? Motor Morgan is now out. Unorthodox is coming round. This is going to be intense. Let's sit in the cockpit view here. Let's see where he comes out. I believe he did lose a good bit of time to them because they would have had the draft. There they are. There he is. And Dan has done it. He's jumped Motor Morgan. The only G had a tremendous pit stop. He was just in and out so quickly. So that's probably why he got so much speed. But yeah, you can just see how much space Unorthodox has made up on Motor Morgan. I really just lost my train of thought once again there. But yes, Unorthodox and the only G, the two fastest drivers I know in Project Cars 2, are now going to be fighting tooth and nail. So yes, the pack is spread out, but yes, these two are battling for the win as we are on lap 15 of 38, going on to lap 16 of 38. So we're nearly halfway. Dan is going to have the inside line here as we see some more back markers, I believe they are, coming out of the pit lane. Dan is going to have the inside line. Dan, does he make it stick? G, no. G seems to have taken the lead, but no, Dan still has his nose in. This is really just too close to call. They're going side by side. G gets pushed, but not pushed off the track. This is some amazing racing craft from these guys, and this is really allowing Motor Morgan to catch up, as Cobb currently has the lead, but Unorthodox currently has the net lead. He's going side by side with an Unorthodox. But yes, only G is going to have the outside line. Is Dan going to be able to get a good enough run? Dan seems to have taken the lead. Yes, Dan is now in the lead, but only by not even a car's length anymore. They're going side by side now. Motor Morgan is catching up now. Where's Melted Dazzler? Quickly, yeah, they're all close behind a pack there. The only G is now proper in the lead. Dan is going to have the inside line. Motor Morgan is really cut up to them. Motor Morgan goes into the wall nearly. Oh no! Unorthodox and the only G are still going side by side. They've really been going side by side for the past lap and a bit now. In fact, a full lap now they've been going side by side. The only G stays away from the grass there. They're really going side by side. Not even a tenth in it. Literally 53, 33, 20. They're side by side definitely now. 25 milliseconds Unorthodox leads from half a tenth now. It is literally like a hair and a whisk between these two. They're milliseconds ahead of each other, and this is just letting Motor Morgan catch right up to them as Melted Dazzler, Sam Thumbfinger, all the way down to John Boy are really just, they want to work together as they're going three wide. Unorthodox, Motor Morgan and the only G going three wide. Who's going to come out on top? Dan has the inside line. Unorthodox, G makes the switchback work on Motor Morgan. Motor Morgan lost out. Well, in all fairness, actually no, they're going side by side. The only G is going to make the position there. Dan is currently leading as we're on lap 18 of 38. So as they come round, there's a huge crash in the background there. as I don't know what happened there, but we're just gonna stay on board with these guys right now as they come round to start this lap here. If we see anyone in the pit lane, after this, obviously apart from Windsor, who's already started this before, I believe it will be. I believe there will be a penalty added because the pit window is now closed as they're going 3 wide. Unorthodox is going to once again have the inside line, but no, Motor Morgan just seems to have gotten more speed. The only G and Dan are going to be side by side. Dan makes it work going up the inside. He really had so much grip there. He just got Motor Morgan. Motor Morgan just sort of slipped a wee bit. But yes, if there are any more pit stops after this, there will be penalties, I believe. If if they haven't already made a pit stop. I don't know how they're going to police that. I believe it's if you only have one pit stop and it's been after the pit window and it's been caught on stream, which it will be, there's not really any hiding it because you'll need to make the pit stop. But also, if you make it outside the pit window, you will be penalised. I'm not sure what the penalty is. I don't know if it's a point deduction or even a DSQ, but these three are going tooth and nail on Orthodox. He's really found his pace on that inside line. He's just made that inside line stick so well. Will he make it work again as he leads them into the only G goes around the outside actually, but no, Dan, he really makes that inside line work once again. The only G loses out a wee bit. Motor Morgan still in second place, as there is 18 laps, so there's about 15 minutes left of racing here at the Silent X Energy sponsored Clio Cup here at the Sim Zone. Round 1, Season 1. What an amazing way to kick off the season. This is going to be amazing to commentate on. I am meant to be joined by Nicky, but it seems that he is being caught up by work, which no bother to him. Real life comes first. But the only G pushing Dan. The only G really pushing Dan. Is he going to try and go the inside of the inside line? But no, Motor Morgan's going to have the racing line. Will Motor Morgan make the racing line work? No, Dan's going to have that inside line. Dan touches Motor Morgan. The only G is going to go up the inside. Dan, that's definitely a racing instant. Nothing more to that. But Dan, racing for family, racing for the Prolapse family. I believe he can do this. Let's just quickly look at penalties, because John Boy has a 10-second time penalty. Falgus has a 2-second time penalty. John Boy, oh my, that is not it at all, as Unorthodox is leading by 3/10 now. I really do want to go look at the other battles, but these three, this is the battle for the lead, so this is the most important battle to be watching right now. Unorthodox really sticking to that inside line as they go 3 wide into turn 1 for, I think this is lap 6 in a row now. They're all touching, they're all door to door. The only G goes very wide. Dan doesn't get the great exit that he usually does. Motor Morgan gets the great exit that time, as they all went 3 wide through turn 1, which is that's actually the first time we've seen it work where no one's actually gotten pipped off, as there's a huge crash in the background there as 3 drivers, I believe that was, went off. As Unorthodox is going to have the inside line of Motor Morgan. Motor Morgan's going to try and go around the inside. G is going to be pushing Dan again as they're going on to lap 23. So, well, we're well past the halfway point now. So this is all for the cookies now. The only G went very close to going right into that pit wall right there. Motor Morgan will have the lead temporarily, just by a few milliseconds, but Dan is going to have the inside line. The only G is going to try and make it 3 wide once again. But no, Dan is going to lead into that corner. The only G makes the switchback work. Does it actually work though? Will he get to keep it? No, he doesn't. Dan leads going through that corner once again. Dan has led the most laps of this race after being taken out of the last race. Actually, he didn't crash. He got taken out after Sam bumped in, just understeered into the only G, and the only G subsequently crashed into Unorthodox. It wasn't either one of their fault. I believe the blame lays on Sam. He should have lifted off a wee bit, or at least calmed down his speed a wee bit. But yes, the ONG going around the outside, trying to go for that racing line. They're going 3 wide once again into turn 1. Dan is going to have the inside line, but no, Motor Morgan is going to block him off. Dan is going to try and make it though. Motor Morgan really sticks to that inside line that Dan likes to use, so Motor Morgan is really learning where Dan likes to go. The ONG is down into 3rd place. These guys have just been battling 1, 2, and 3, just constantly switching positions, as we see Veligric in the background there going very loosey-goosey. But yes, Motor Morgan is leading Unorthodox and the ONG, but the ONG is going to go up the inside. Will the ONG make it work though? The ONG, oh no, they're actually they're not side by side. I thought they were side by side. Dan is going to look up the inside. Dan's side by side with the ONG now going into the final turn. Dan's going to have the slipstream. Is Dan going to go on the inside of the inside line? Dan is on the inside of the inside line. Dan's going to make that inside line work again. I'm calling it now. Hopefully there's no crashes as the ONG goes around the outside, but Dan makes the inside line work. Dan and the ONG are going side by side. The ONG is taking the lead. Motor Morgan is fighting back from Dan. The ONG is finally taking the lead out of these 3 battling for the past, I don't know, 10 laps now. This has been some amazing racing after the pit stops between these guys. But all this racing is letting Veligric, Sam, and the others all catch up. So they will be there for the last few laps of the race. As Dan takes the lead from Unorthodox, if Dan takes the lead from the OLG from Motor Morgan's had a horrendous way through that corner. I don't know what's up with that. Veligric, I've just noticed, only has 16 litres, while Motor Morgan, Unorthodox, and Dan all have 19. So I wonder, did he under fuel a wee bit? Unorthodox is going to make that inside line work. Will he make it work though? He's going to make it work. I know he is. The ONG just there, but Dan just has his nose in. Some beautiful choreography there between those drivers. Let's quickly look at fuel loads. Yeah, Veligric only has 15 litres. Well, 16, 15 and a half. Sam only has 13 and a half. I think we're going to see a few retirements at the end as the 3 drivers... Oh no! Motor Morgan is sideways! Motor Morgan lost a lot of time there, and Veligric has just made up a position. We just got back onto that just in time. But yeah, the 3 of them were just going in there. 3 into 1 sometimes doesn't work, and that time it didn't work. Veligric has really caught up to them. Sam Thumbfinger is in on Motor Morgan right now. The ONG is leading from Dan from Veligric. Dan is he's too far back to make the inside line work like he has so many times before. Now this is going to be a race to the finish line. It is really going to just be so close between these guys. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 car. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Excuse my horrendous maths. And all 5 of them have an equal chance of getting this win. Will the ONG finally get a win after being taken out in the same corner in the first 2 races, as they're coming on to the 28th out of 38 laps? So they have 10 laps to go. It's all or nothing for the cookies right now, boys. So we're all just going side by side as we see another car off in the background there, touching that green Tech Pro barrier, as Unorthodox is looking up the inside of the ONG, and he makes it work, but the ONG is going to do the switchback. The ONG seems to have gotten a better... No, actually, Dan's gotten a better exit coming out of there. Veligric going really long out the outside. Motor Morgan's really caught back up to them. Motor Morgan, the ONG, and Dan are going to make it 3 wide. Veligric is going to want to be there. Will Veligric be able to pick up on any troubles that these guys cause for each other? As Dan... Oh no! Motor Morgan's flipped! Motor Morgan! Oh no! I'm not sure what happened there. I'll just see it back whenever it comes upon the stream, but that was just I don't know what happened there. I think he got tapped on the front and just went round. Let me quickly watch that back on the stream. Yeah, no, he just goes into Dan. I've caught that on the stream. Dan did nothing wrong. Dan was driving in a straight line, and he just swung back to the left so fast that it actually flipped his car around. Oh my, that is, I think that's thrown him out of contention here. He's not close enough for any slipstream. That car is trashed. But yes, Dan is leading from the only G. As Dan is going to have the inside line. Dan loves that inside line. Will he make it work? That was the question. I think he's going to make it work. There's milliseconds between them once again. These two are such good racers. Like, just going side by side every single lap. Veligric has 12 litres of fuel left. Unorthodox has 14. Well, 15. Sam has 10. Oh my, I wonder will there need to be some fuel saving between these guys as Unorthodox, Veligric and the only G are going side by side right now. This is just amazing racing. Just remember, if you like what you see, hit that like button or that dislike button if you are a sour numpty. But Dan is going to have the inside line. He's going to be pushed by Veligric. Will Veligric go for the inside of the inside line? Sam Thumbfinger is there as well, so he wants to be noticed. Dan is going to have the inside line. Sam Thumbfinger is going around the outside. Oh, 3 into 1, 3 into 1. Will it work? Sam goes around the outside of the only G, but to no avail. The only G went on the inside. Eventually, Dan still leads, and Veligric just, drops down into 4th place. But yes, Martin Morgan has really dropped off. He is setting faster lap times, so he might be able to catch up just for the last few laps. Excuse me, as I burp there. Just making sure I wasn't muted this entire time. As the only G is pushing down through as they're coming on to start lap 32 coming around this corner. Sam Thumbfinger, the only G, and Unorthodox have been fighting for the past 20 something laps now, I believe. And Dan, every single time nearly, has gone for that inside line, and nearly every single time it's worked for him. The only G trying to go around the outside, but not going to work. Sam Thumbfinger going in deep and coming out shallow, really making it work from Veligric. I think Veligric's just going to be happy with a 4th place, but you know, in racing, you always want to strive to do better than you're comfortable with. I think Veligric might get a podium, as he is currently in the podium positions as Sam Thumbfinger drops down into 4th place. Actually, no, Mother Morgan's dropped back, so it wasn't Sam Thumbfinger that's been fighting them. Sam Thumbfinger has dropped back, but Unorthodox and the only G have been fighting for all this time, as that's a back marker getting out of the way beautifully. That's some great work there from the back marker. But Dan has really made a breakaway right now. But G and Sam and Veligric are not going to try and let him get away, as Veligric and Sam are going side by side. Sam's going to have the inside line. The inside line seems to just be the better line sometimes. Veligric just files in behind. Mother Morgan is caught right up to the back of them nearly, as he is setting the fastest lap time, I believe, of the race so far at a 54.8. So these guys are wicked fast on this track. So there's just a wee lull here as the only G is looking around the outside, but to no avail. Veligric is he's going to try to go around the side of Sam. But yeah, I'd just like to quickly thank all our patrons again, everyone who's subscribed, and you know, just thank these racers, these amazing racers, for putting on an amazing show for us, as Unorthodox and G are going side by side through turn 1 again. This is amazing. Oh, but that is that's Veligric who goes very deep into that corner. Unorthodox leads on G out of the corner. Sam is in 3rd place. Mother Morgan is going to catch right up to Veligric. Mother Morgan is going to overtake Veligric, I think, because Veligric doesn't have any slipstream anymore. But yes, we are literally in the final few laps here. G is looking up on the inside of Dan. Will he make it work, though, is the question. And he is up the inside, but you know, Dan is going to have the better exit, I think, and Dan is going to try and go on the inside. Dan is on the inside line already. But no, G's had an amazing run through that corner. And he's made up 2/10 on Dan. Sam is looking up the inside. Dan can't get to his inside line anymore. He's being boxed in. He's been forced to stay in position because Sam was on his right. G was in front of him. And obviously he's not going to want to slow down. But yeah, this is really coming into the final few laps here. Dan is into second place. G has the lead. These two have everything to race for right now, as G for the first and second race got taken out into turn 1. Dan got taken out by Sam in race 2. And this is the third and final race right now, as G leads going on to lap. This is lap 35. They're going on to start lap 36. And Motor Morgan is caught right up. Motor Morgan is now back in to this wee peloton here, as G leads by a considerable margin, considering how close these guys have been. And these four behind are going 4 wide. Unorthodox, Sam, Vligric, and Motor Morgan. They're going 2 by 2. Motor Morgan is going to try and go around the outside. Vligric and Sam are going to have the inside. Dan makes the outside work. Dan, I wonder, is he just going to try and hold them guys off? Does he know that he's not going to be able to catch up to the only G? The only G is made up 7/10 as Dan goes very wide. Sam goes even wider. The only G, I think I'm going to regret saying this, but I think the only G has got this in the bag. The only G is leading by a second now from Motor Morgan, who had that horrendous flip and now is up into second place. This is a true story as to why you should never give up, guys. Dan has dropped down into 4th place, as there's literally, as they're coming on to the penultimate lap, Dan is in 4th place. He went from leading so many laps. But yeah, the only G and Motor Morgan. Oh, sorry, no, that's a back marker actually. Motor Morgan is going to be catching up to the only G as they've started the penultimate lap. That back marker is getting in the way, I think. But you know, I don't think they're obliged to let anyone through. Sam Thumbfinger in 4th place. Unorthodox dropped down to 5th. He was having an amazing race, and then he just went off and he just lost all of his pace, and he's now 2 seconds off. He's up into 4th place. He will be chasing down Vligric. The only G is leading. I think the only G and Motor Morgan are going to finish as they are, but this battle for 3rd place is still raging. Dan up the inside of the back marker. Dan is going to be chasing Vligric right down to the wire. He goes a 10th quicker than he's ever gone before. So he is really going pedal to the metal right now. This is all down to Vligric, Unorthodox, and Sam for the final podium positions right now. Unless Motor Morgan or G make a horrific mistake and just lose all their positions. But I don't think it will be. Unorthodox right behind Vligric though. This is going to be right down to the wire. I think it's going to be G, Motor Morgan, and then it's too close to call between these two. Dan is up into 3rd place right now. Just about though. They've touched going into the final corner. Vligric is now behind Dan. Dan has the inside line. Sam Thumbfinger out of nowhere. G is going to be your winner. Motor Morgan in 2nd place after that horrific crash. Then for 3rd place, it's going to be too close to call. Oh no! This is going to be a picture close finish. Oh my god! Unorthodox takes the win. Vligric in 4th place. Sam Thumbfinger in 5th place. Delore in 6th. Melted Dazzler following, leading off this pack here with Cobb, John Boy, and then Kurt. So close to call. Foul Guest in 11th place, rounding off the grid. That was so close for 3rd place. So close for 3rd place. Oh my days. As Falgas rounds off here to round off in 11th place, with Grandad Steve flashing his lights for 12th place. And the final man to finish this race is McGlenn in 13th, with Craig and Windsor to round off the grid in second last and last. As we see G finally getting the redemption after being taken out for the first 2 races, getting the first place. Motor Morgan, race win in race 1, race win in race 2, and second in race 3. He will be leading the standings from everyone else. Unorthodox with Redemption in third place. And between him and Vligric, there was 11 milliseconds between them. That is a bumper and a hair. Sam Thumbfinger in 5th, Delore in 6th, Melted Dazzler in 7th, Cobb in 8th, Kerr in 9th, John Boy in 10th, Grandad Stee 11th, Falgas 12th, McGlenn in 13th, Craig in 14th, Windsor in 15th, and Piopny, who retired on lap 2. But yes, this was an amazing race. I am Green Pies. This has been round 1 of the Sim Zones Clio Cup, sponsored by Silent X Energy. I will be here for the entire season of this amazing racing. But that's it for tonight, guys. Have a good night. That was very close for third place there. When? Dan, Dan, what happened to you? You went from leading to third. Are we all just talking over each other? You guys, I counted it. You guys were like side by side for 10 laps in a row. Dan did it for family. I made a bit of fun of them, saying at least thank you for coming and viewing the stream. Yeah, you got taken out into turn 1. G. Ladies first. I noticed you did an absolutely shit lap time in qualifying in Q1. Literal dog water. I caught that on stream. I caught that on stream. Sam understeered and did a Hamilton on G, and G went wide and hit you, and you went flying off. Yeah. G G, your race one crash into turn one where three of you went off, got caught on stream, and I went mad. Yeah, you were just sitting there, and then in race two, I didn't see what happened. Yeah, you were just sitting there in race two for a while. Oh. And you two set the fastest lap times, didn't you? With a few milliseconds between you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dan, I kept mentioning how you just kept using the inside line. Dan, every single lap you and G went side by side, you kept using that inside line. Yeah, yeah, you made it work beautifully. Oh, it all got caught on stream. You're really. What do you want to test? Here, take me off. How the fuck do I get off this? Oh, well. I want to race. Oh, here, give me back the thing. I'll watch. See you, mate. See ya. Yeah. Honestly, that was just. I loved it. As a commentator, I loved it. I started referring to. Yeah, I started to referring. I was referring to anything as like racing. I started referring to like whenever there was a big pack. Whenever there was a big pack, I'd call that the peloton. Oh, there's only 6 dislikes now. 108 views. That was a slow ass lap time. Yeah, I was just watching that. That was a shit lap time. As Dan goes out the pit lane the wrong way. As what are you? You're just off-roading. No, because it's practice. You don't get disqualified for driving backwards in practice, I don't think. Yeah, but you don't get penalised. Wait, what's next week? What track is next week? Ah, that's why you guys can't hear me.